goodness.
I like my women like I like my coffee, strong and black.
Sounds more like a man, but
Hey, it's 2019. Don't.
We don't judge.
I saw something yesterday about like they're launching a lawsuit against the transgender high school athletes and stuff, just dominating
Dude,
all
yes.
the girls'
Yes.
records and stuff.
like think about how big of a douchebag are you you're like, man, I really suck at sports, and then you show up and you're like, you know what? I want to just beat the heck out of some women. So
Right.
you dress like a woman. And then you're like, yeah, men are 60% stronger naturally, but I'm actually a woman. You know?
Well, there are articles of like the people that are actual transgenders, but their body naturally produces a crap ton of more testosterone than the women.
Exactly.
So they're obviously built like Hulk, and then these women aren't, and they still dominate. So either way, transgenders in sports do not work.
No, they're just a bunch of douchebags. That's all they are.
So that article, there was some article where this guy like he identified as a child, and they accepted it.
He's like an 11-year-old girl with pigtails.
He went into this competition with these children, and he wrecked them in wrestling. Or I think it was like weightlifting. He just demolished them. I'm gonna look up the article.
No, there was this one dude, he's like a 40-something-year-old man, and he's old, like, as crap. Well, he has, like, blonde pigtails, keeps himself, like, clean-shaven, and he claims that he's, like, a 9-year-old girl or something like that, and he literally goes over to other people's houses and has play dates with the other girls.
Okay, that's
and his wife cares for him. No, he's a pedophile.
That's a kid.
You got a tumor pressing on your brain or something.
The dude's a pedophile. Come on.
Yeah.
You got to see that coming. It's
right.
Yeah.
Hey there, little kids. Can I come play over at your house?
No, the funniest part was not the fact that he was a total pedophile. The funniest part were the parents that were letting him come over to their house to have dates with their daughter.
No kidding.
They were like, yeah, he just comes over and has play dates with our daughter. She's such a sweet little girl. And I'm like, you guys gotta be kidding me. Like, you do not see that this man is a pedophile. You're retarded.
No kidding.
Yeah.
What kind
What
of
a
games
weird
does he
world.
play with Susie?
Yeah. He's like, I mean, the little girl
They're
that
not
he's
just having
playing
tea
with.
parties.
They're playing doctor.
The dude wears skirts. That little girl has to ask questions sometime.
Oh my gosh.
A saggy, wrinkly senior citizen, and she's not gonna ask questions.
Hey, Amy, why do you have Why do you have a 5 o'clock shadow? Dude, I mean, that little girl's gonna ask questions, no doubt. Like,
I don't know. These parents will have these kids, and they like brainwash them and stuff. You'd think these
Oh,
kids would
yeah.
kind of question it, like
That should
you know,
be illegal.
something about this
Yeah.
isn't right, and they don't.
well, dude, it's like that. You guys saw that thing on the news with that lady. She lets her son do drag queen or whatever.
Oh yeah.
in a gay bar. She lets her son perform drag, like, in a gay bar in front of a bunch of, horny queer men. I mean, that's like the worst possible thing you can do. And
Well-
people have called like Child Protective Services on her, and they don't do anything.
Gosh.
There was also that.
I have seen that.
Yeah.
Did you see
It's
that
insane.
that court dispute between that mom and dad? And
What?
the mom wanted her son to be a girl. She was trying to get him transgender, trying to change his birth certificate and everything. And the kid didn't want to be a girl. He wouldn't admit it because he didn't want to get in trouble or anything. But
Yep.
every time he went to play or he went to go do something, he wanted to do it as a boy. He wanted to dress like a boy. He wanted to be called a boy. But he just would never say it. And the dad knew this. So him and his wife, they sort of, split up. and they were fighting over custody for his son for the sake of letting his son identify as whatever he wants. And
Just be what they are.
and the mom's like, no, my son wants to be a girl, and she just forces him into transgenderism.
Well, even the ones like the kids where they legitimately do at a young age want to do that, and then they transition them. Those kids end up so messed up because then they regret it and they get depressed, and it's just grow up, you know, and at least grow up before you start doing that stuff.
I mean, these kids haven't even hit puberty. They're like babies. And, you know, actually, I watched this video about it, and this psychologist, this pediatric psychologist, she explained it. Like, there was this one situation where they had a son and a daughter, and the parents were showing a lot of attention to the daughter because she had medical conditions. Like, so she needed a lot of attention. And the boy decided he wanted to be a girl.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, they found out, like, the parents were like, okay, we'll help you go through this. Well, or something like that. The parents were kind of like, what? And they took him to the psychologist, and she said that she found out it was because he's been missing that attention that he wants from his parents, and they're giving it all to the daughter. So he thinks, well, maybe if I'm a girl, I'll get that attention. And he's like 4 years old, man, and you're thinking he's gonna make life-changing decisions?
Right.
Like, come on, like, dude. It's
but then they don't want to be
disgusting.
that abusive, oppressive parent on media that's not letting their kid identify as what they want to be, because now the media is brutal on parents like that.
And
I didn't even need to be making life-changing decisions at 25. I mean, I wasn't grown up enough then to be
Just
making
look at Army
smart
recruits,
decisions.
and then you got your evidence right there. Marries some chick from the Philippines on a port and gets his whole life ruined from it.
Stuck in the wall.
What was I gonna say? Oh, by the way, I got Minecraft, so if Jude ever wants to play with me,
Oh man, you're in for it now.
yeah, I got it, and I was like, you know what?
Invitations.
First person I'm playing this with. I'm thinking Jude here.
Well, he'll be home Monday night, and he'll be on, and he'll be inviting you now, so.
Yeah, I'm all good with that. I need someone to play it with. I had a buddy, but he didn't have PS Plus, so. It's coming back.
He doesn't have what?
PS Plus. He never paid for it.
How good of a person is he?
What do you mean by that?
Well, is he
Morally?
deserving of somebody to give him one?
He's a quiet kid.
well
He's
do you
good.
know?
He graduated and he worked for it. And
Well, I bought one for my stepbrother, and then he never used it. How many times he used it, Dan?
Twice.
Twice, 3 times maybe. And so I have Grondel on here. I made a profile called Grondel, but it's like I paid for 2 years of it. I just paid they had it on sale, so it was like 2 years for like $40.
Away? Gosh, you can probably sell those on like something.
Oh, I don't care. Somebody just needs to use it.
There's a lot of times where I've like given friends stuff online, especially my friend Tristan. You guys were Cat with the Hat. Remember that kid?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Almost every game on his PlayStation came from my wallet.
well, I mean,
But I'm okay with it because it's like I only get in games that I want to play with him.
Seriously.
Yeah, exactly. Keep
So
control
it's
of
like,
that.
yeah, you can stay in control, and I play the games I want. Then he gets these little free cheap games online. He's like, play H1Z1 with me. I'm like, no.
You're like his sugar daddy.
I've said that before, and he gets so pissed.
You're his gaming sugar daddy.
Wait, does that make me gay?
No.
I don't
Putting
know,
your
does it
wiener in a
have-
guy makes you gay. If you're not putting your wiener in a
Not
guy,
if you
you're
wear a
not gay.
condom, because then your skin's not touching.
What if you say no?
Unless you're putting your wiener in his life for some kind of other, like, practical, maybe life-saving purpose, but I can't imagine anything.
If you wear socks,
I don't
you
know
didn't
of
take off
anything
all
like
your
that.
clothes, so it's not gay. If you cover
Or maybe
your
you're trying to
eyes-
save your wiener from frostbite, and you had to like snuggle with somebody and put your wiener between their cheeks so that you didn't freeze off. That's the only thing I can think of where it's not gay. Trying to think of non-gay scenario.
Donnie, my dick's about to freeze off. I need to
When you think about
put it
it's
in your
funny.
butt.
I wasn't thinking of a kid and a grown-up and the dad. I was thinking of like two buddies out camping that got stranded or something. That's like Brokeback style, but not gay. Like life-saving reasons
Let me
or
spoon you.
penis-saving reasons.
I'm sorry, but if my buddy asked me if he could slide his wiener in my butt to keep it warm, I'd probably
Well, not
be
inside, like in the crack, like hot dog.
Sorry,
Like a hot
buddy,
dog.
you're gonna have to lose it.
like a hot dog.
You're not
Does that
penetrating.
make it less
like-
gay?
Oh,
I
no.
think.
Oh my goodness.
What if
Let's
they
get
like
off
find them in the woods in their tent, a rescue chopper, and there's like doctors are like, wow, you suffered extreme freezing damage to your penis here, but somehow it stayed intact. How'd you do this? And you're just like, News is sitting
or
there
you-
watching.
You finally talked your buddy into it, and then they rescued you 3 minutes afterwards. Come on, Steve. It's gonna rot off. Freeze off.
He's like, I mean, I don't know. If it were me, I'd probably be like, you know what? I've always wanted a black penis. Let's dude.
How do you even think of that? You gotta keep your penis warm so it's not gay.
Tuck it in between my tuck it in my what's that called? Your
No.
your freaking what is that part? Taint.
Are you sure?
Tuck it into my taint. He's like,
It's
dude,
alright,
your
you can
hairs are tickling.
The taint or the grundle. I've also heard it called grundle.
Oh, is that what y'all call it?
I remember a bunch of people when I was younger calling it the grundle, but I always heard taint too, because it taint your butt and it taints your nuts.
Oh man, it's a cringy word, you know.
Yeah.
It
works as
nobody
intended.
likes to hear that. Oh jeez.
The swamp of the body.
Ugh,
Oh
man.
no.
No. Ugh, that's just gross.
Swamp.
Yep.